Hey, welcome to this T-ball tip. I'm Marty Schupak for Schupak Sports and T-ball America. Schupak Sports will be having 50,000 video clips coming. I'll repeat that, 50,000 video clips coming, all for free. Please subscribe to this channel. This is a drill. I call it the line throw drill. And I do this with my older kids. I started doing it with T-ball, and it worked fairly effectively, though I didn't do it at the beginning of the season. And what I do is, I'll explain it. I line up baseballs at third base and shortstop. I have two lines, and I'm going to show that I have two players at first, but I want to get back to that later because you're going to have to do it differently with T-ball players. The coach will stand here and I'll point to this player and I'll say, go. He'll pick up the ball. He'll throw it to first base. He'll go to the end of this line. I'll then point to this ball and say, go. He'll pick it up. He'll throw to first base. He goes to the end of that line. This drill goes fairly quick. It gives players a lot of repetitions in a short period of time. Now, a couple of adjustments you have to make for T-ball players. First of all, this drill is not a drill I do the first week of the season. That's number one. Number two, you don't want to have players at first base. I would say you could put coaches there, but better yet, what I would do is I would put two large cones and have the players try to tell them to throw it in between the cones. That's their target. And what you're doing is you're giving them an achievable goal to reach. You can make the cones as wide as you want, all right? Especially if you're going to do this drill more than once, make them very wide the first time. The other adjustment you want to make, you have to encourage the players that when they make the throw, it does not have to be on a fly ball. It could reach it in any number of bounces. Now, you'll see players, they'll improve as the season goes on. And as you know, players grow at different rates. Some players, the difference from the beginning of the T-ball season to the end of the season is really incredible, how much they mature and increase. A couple of things about throwing. I like to separate skills. If you're doing a drill and you're teaching throwing, do not have the players catch the ball. If you're doing a drill and you're having the players catch the ball, do not have them throw the ball. Now, that's early in the season. Of course, eventually, after the first week of practice, you do want to combine skills, all right? The other thing I recommend, too, also is if you do this drill, and you could put two cones wide, or you could put one in the middle. And the reason I like to put one in the middle, T-ball players throw the ball wildly for a lot of number of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is because their head is not steady, it's moving. When you have a target or tell them to focus on that middle cone, they're not going to hit it, trust me, but it's going to help steady the head, which will help make the throws more accurate. Keep in mind, too, make sure for T-ball age kids, separation is key, just because the ball does fly wildly. And make sure you want to use soft covered balls all the time. And I tell coaches and parents, don't spend money that you don't have, but if you do have some extra money and you want to spend it on something, do it on extra baseballs, okay? Also, at the beginning of the season, you want to make a list of most of the drills you want to use during the season. And when I coached, I eventually had a list over 1,000 drills, okay? And I would just piggyback to those drills every year and I'd refer to them. And some drills, you have to understand, some drills that work one season with one set of players may not work the next season, okay? It's a science that you can't figure out sometimes. But you want to engage your T-ball players. You want to have short practices. You want to have different drills in a short period of time. You're competing with their short attention span. Remember, you have a few goals, but very basic. Number one, you want them to have fun. Number two, you want to integrate skill drills with fun drills. And most important, you want them to come back the next season because your long-term goal is to have your boys and girls develop a lifetime love of baseball and softball. For Schupak Sports and T-Ball America, I'm Marty Schupak.